In my previous video, I went over, in my previous video, we talked about Aglaea, and I mainly use Sunday with RMC. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's the only thing I used for my showcase, but I thought about it. I slept on it. Some of the things that I feel like y'all might come into a situation with is the fact that you don't have Sunday. Now, everybody's going to have RMC, and obviously, if you're watching this and you're pulling Aglaea or you have the intent to pull Aglaea, I'm going to assume you're gonna have Aglaea. Now, when it comes to Sunday, Sunday's one of those characters where we knew he was going to be the premier summon-based Harmony unit, and unfortunately, you might have lost your 50-50. You might have made the decision to not pull the character. Hey, man, we listen and we don't judge publicly. Whatever the case may be, you don't have Sunday. So I thought, what are some other options that you might be able to use? And does Aglaea work with some of these other options? Is she glued to Sunday and only Sunday, or can she be used with some of our other Harmony units that have action advance forward? And you might ask yourself, why is AV so important? AV is so important because it allows you to cheat the system in a way with Aglaea. For what we know about the character so far, she is based mostly off of speed, and her speed is very important. Being able to manipulate how many turns she can take within a certain amount of action value is very important. Why? It's because that's how she gets her flurry of attacks. Aglaea is not a character that has a single instance of screenshot damage where you see this huge big number of 1,000,000 damage across the board. She's not a character like Acheron or the Herta or even Fei Xiao for that matter. And to a degree, Fei Xiao also isn't that type of character. These type of characters are mainly built around their speed at which they can attack. Topaz, Fei Xiao, Zila, and now Aglaea. The main difference here is that I think Aglaea is leaning towards, this is my left, but I'm just gonna say right. She's leaning towards the right when it comes to my opinion. What I believe the defining factors of some of these hypercarry units are, especially those revolving around speed. Today, what I want to do is I want to take you guys through what could be a alternative for you. Now, I had a lot of fun with this, which is pretty much like the action advanced forwarding team. I really don't know how to explain it, but it's a little different, right? Instead of using RMC and Sunday paired up with Aglaea and then bringing that forward, today we're actually going to try Sunday with Bronya. Actually, I lied. I just told you that you don't have Sunday, but for the sake of this, just so that you understand like what you're doing, I guess I'm going to explain the concept of this, and then you might be able to use this for your own means, however you want to do. Now, we pretty much have the same setup that we had last time. The difference is I'm going to actually replace this back to where I have my attack rope. Boom, there we go. And now Sunday needs to be faster than Bronya. So I'm pretty much just going to swap off the pieces from my Bronya here because they're sharing the planar ornaments right now. Lushaka does stack, however, the messenger set does not. And unfortunately, my Bronya kind of has a wasted set. She's using the wind set. I kind of think this is going to mess me up. We'll see when I play it. And then I also have Ho-Oh. Now, I could absolutely change Ho-Oh's gear, right? So instead of her running this, I could probably run, you know what? We're going to do that. Let's just give Ho-Oh something else. All I did here was give Ho-Oh the outgoing healing set, right? So a two-piece, and then we're going to rock out with our Sock Tao. Nothing drastically changed here, and we're just going to go through it like normal. All right, now I'm still using the same MOC here. This is pretty much where I've been doing a lot of my testing, because the other MOC that we have available to us is going to it's like a 20% energy boost or something like that, and I feel like it's cheating. All right, so we're starting everything off the same way that we were doing before, and unfortunately I ran out of storage while recording this, which is like crazy. So a lot of this I'm pretty much going to repeat. I'm going to try and speed this up a little bit though, so you don't have to hear me yap as much as I was doing before, but this is practically the same way that we're going to be doing it from last time. The main difference that I'm handling here, as long as we don't get imprisoned by this lady right here, Decaying Shadow, pretty much going to be doing the same thing. The difference is I'm going to ult a little bit earlier with Aglaea. I'm also not going to be advancing forward Aglaea in the same way that I would have done with RMC and Sunday on the team. So the whole goal here is to bring them up like this so that we get everything we want from here, which should give me my ultimate just like that. We're going to pop ultimate early. Like I said, normally you would think, yeah, you know, you're going to use your ultimate with Bronya. Bronya advances forward, and then you're going to be able to use your ult that way. What you're doing here, though, is you're actually going to use it now. This is going to put me at 3. What's going to happen here, this should happen the exact same way that it happened before, but it's actually really cool. You're going to bring Sunday up. When you bring Sunday up, Sunday is going to be able to bring up Aglaea and Memo, the garment maker. And now what's going to happen is I'm going to be able to get 4, 5, and then garment maker is going to go again because the speed is going to increase. And then it's going to go right before Aglaea. If I'm not mistaken, you should see it right up here in the top left. There's that 5, boom, and you see it right there. Decaying Shadow was gonna take their turn, and now we get Garment Maker again, and now we're at max stacks. Now that I'm at max stacks, I can pretty much rock out with my socks out and do exactly what it is that I wanted to do before, which is pretty much just burn through everything else in the game, or rather on the team, so to speak. We don't have to worry about ultimates right now. We're gonna get those just naturally, right? So boom, we get this ultimate here. And now if I wanted to use Bronya's ultimate, I'm able to do that. And I'm also able to use Ho-Oh's ultimate. This is gonna increase some speed, my damage, the usual stuff with Bronya. The reason that I kind of like this team, and I won't say that it's better or worse than me using RMC, but I feel like it offers a different alternative for players who haven't gone through the story, or maybe your Bronya is more invested than your RMC is, which would allow you to do things in a different scenario. One of the key factors though that you're gonna have to deal with, or rather be concerned with, is whether or not you have these key units. And I just think that we're at a point now in the game, especially if you might be a little new to what's happening in Star Rail, like you're a new player and you're trying to build up a team for it, you have to work with what you have. Sometimes you're just not going to be able to get it, right? You see that I have Aglaea, I have Sunday, Bronya is free at this point because of the picker that we have. And then I also have Ho-Oh. Now Ho-Oh is a character that you might not have access to, and you'll have to find a way to do that. But the reason that all of these characters are so important, again, Bronya is going to bring up Sunday, not Aglaea. Because I'm doing that, we have Cleanse. This is why Ho-Oh is so good. Two things happen here that are very important. One, Sunday is going to be brought up. Aglaea is going to be able to take her turn, and Garment Maker. Now, if we're lucky, we're going to get the kill without having to use the ultimate. That's what I'm hoping for. But if I have to use that ultimate at the very end, then we're just going to have to burn it. If I don't have to use ultimate, what ends up happening is now I can just save it and until towards the end of the next cycle, because of how long it takes, right? I know that might sound weird, like you want to burn your ultimate as much as possible. I think we get this kill here. Yeah, we do. Boom, awesome. So let me explain exactly why you would want to hold this ultimate. You see that how I'm right here, it says 75, now it's at 65 towards the end over here in the action cycle. Why I'm saying that you want to hold it is because if I burn this right now, even though I reset it, it would take me so long to get this ultimate, because this ultimate cost for Aglaea, you can see it here, 350 energy. That's a long time, all right? That's a really long time to be able to use that. If there's a way that you can hold on to it, because she's going to gain energy slower anyway, it's perfectly fine, right? Because it's doing exactly what you want at the end of the day. She's already in her enhanced state. She's going to be doing enhanced things. And now I can just save skill points for everyone else. We can burn this stuff with Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh can use them. And sometimes I don't even need to use it with Ho-Oh. I just want to be able to ramp it up in the event that I do need to use it so that we're good to go. We can keep our stacks, which we're at 6 right now, yeah? So you see that everyone's going to be able to get brought up. There's really not a reason for me to bring up Aglaea here. She just kind of maxed out, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want to be able to keep Beatified on. I want to be able to let her use whatever, and then we're going to just repeat the process. At this point, I can burn it, right? We're kind of like at the end of it here, so it's fine for me to burn it right there. Boom. Same thing that we did at the beginning. Now I'm going to let Bronya do her thing, but Bronya is not going to bring up Aglaea. Bronya is going to bring up Sunday. You see how the pattern works? It's like really easy, even though actually, can I basic? If I were to basic right here, Aglaea gets to go again, but I don't get to bring Sunday up as quickly as I want to. And I feel like if I bring Sunday up now, he should still be able to get another turn. So I'm going to try and do it. He barely does not get that turn, which is very unfortunate. But I think if I give this to her, she should be okay. And then we can burn the energy here with Bronya, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to do that. That's one of the things that does suck about like speed tuning. I didn't fully speed tune this team. I just kind of wanted to test it out and see what it could do and what was available to anything going on. But we might be able to take out the big guy here, maybe. I don't think I'm going to be able to get my energy back as fast, but in the event I could get it back for actually, oh no, see if Sunday could go just one more time. If Sunday could go one more time, we could get the energy from Sunday, or if Sunday gets hit, because I do know that he's going to summon something here, right? So if we could get Sunday to get hit one more time, I feel like we could get Sunday's ult, then we could get Aglaea's ult, right? Which, we got it. Okay, we got it, but maybe Garment Maker gives it to us. Okay, it doesn't give it to us. I just kind of want to see what would happen, right? If I were to burn it right here and then pop it right before the cycle goes away, I just want to see. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the damage from it, but I do want to be able to do it because maybe we can take out the wolf robot. Yeah. Okay. We didn't take out the wolf robot, so it's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? It was worth the shot, man. It was worth the shot. You see that this is going to end in a 1 cycle. So what I'm gonna do, instead of finishing this one out, let me show you guys with Robin, because maybe some of you have Robin but no Sunday, right? So I'll show you that. Give me just a moment. Okay, now in this case, we are gonna change up some of the relics. What I'm gonna do here is give Sunday, or rather give Bronya the stuff that Sunday had. After that, what I'm gonna do is, who do we have on? There we go. Now, one of the things that I kind of don't like it, and I'm probably going to test it now actually, was the energy regeneration rope. I feel like ERR rope versus attack rope doesn't give you enough. Even though ERR rope is like, obviously you would want to use it for whatever, and it's supposed to help out. There is an inconsistency problem that I've been coming into, like I've been running into it with this rope in particular, to the point where, like, let's say that in the event I was able to use, I don't know, 5 attacks or 6 attacks, 7 attacks, whatever. There's a set amount of attacks with ERR rope and it was going to give me my ultimate within the cycle. Unfortunately, that's not what happens, especially with the team that I'm going to show you. So it ends up becoming something where you still have to go outside of the cycle just to get your ultimate anyway, to the point where I would kind of rather just attack, right? I would rather a little bit more damage on what we're doing. I don't really need the speed. We're fine. Everyone else is running the same stuff. Shared feeling is okay, right? It's helping out, but it is what it is. Now, this is, again, something that you guys might have to be able to use with Aglaea. I don't think I could recommend not having one of these two, either Robin or Sunday, as your staple. The reason I'm saying that is because both of these units offer a lot more to the table, for Aglaea in particular. And yeah, they offer a lot for everybody, right? But when it comes to Aglaea, due to the fact that she has such high energy regeneration rate, she cares about speed a lot, she cares about manipulating the AV. There are so many things you want to keep in mind or keep into play. Now, this is similar to what we were doing with RMC, right? RMC is going to bring forward the garment maker so that we can try and build our stack as fast as possible. We're going to be doing, like, you kind of see the pattern here. You know what I mean? Like, everything is mostly the same in what you're doing. Don't imprison me. Thank you. That was a close one. That was definitely a close one, bro. I was a little worried right there. I was a little worried, but I think we actually got our ultimate right here. Boom. Yeah. So now we get to implement the same thing that we were doing before, where I can now go for my ult right here, or not my ult, but I can do this. Bronya can actually use her ultimate and then bring Aglaea forward, because we're in our ultimate right now. So now we get the garment maker on top of that. Now, obviously she's not bringing both because she's not Sunday. She doesn't bring forward summons. It is what it is. Is this the one? Nope. We can actually focus him down now because she's going to get cracked no matter what. I want to focus a little bit more on him, and then where you can actually take out 2 of these guys at one time. Something else that's pretty cool is I messed that up because I didn't use Robin's ult first, but it is what it is. I think I might still be okay, right? I think I can still get away with not using Robin's ultimate right here until the very end. There we go. Boom. So Robin taking her turn didn't really matter. It's a little bit of a wasted AV. I don't really need the skill point yet, so we can just kind of bully this guy down. We're now in max speed, and now there's only 3 characters on the field, so now we can bring up Aglaea again. Boom, just like that. And now she can focus this one down. This is going to give me the Trotter on the left. That's another kill. Oh, nice. All right, and then we could break this guy right here, but I do need to make sure that I'm not going to get infected by whatever the wolf terror or whatever it's called, something like that. I need to make sure that I'm not going to get hit with that, and we should be fine. I don't think I'm going to be able to take him out right here though, but you can kind of see, right? Look at my energy. We are, where we at? 199 out of 350. I still need about 151 more points. I don't think I'm going to be able to get 151 more points, even if I were able to use another whole. It just, I don't think it happens, right? And even if I had ERR rope, based off the numerous amount of tests that I've done, like kind of just running through this, I'm still not getting the energy required without RNG. RNG being, we just get the crap beat out of us. You know what I mean? Like, we got to get hit. And I don't want to depend on that. Even having Ho-Oh on the field, sometimes you just don't want to get beat up, bro. It is what it is, right? If I were to do this, ooh, okay, another tidbit. But unfortunately, she's going to be at the very end of that cycle, which does suck. So if you pay attention, something about Bronya that is very similar to Zila. These 2 characters have, what is it? Their basic attack advances the board. Where is it at? I think it's in the talent. There we go. After using basic attack, Bronya's next action will be advanced forward by 30%. This is pretty cool because if I were to use my skill, you see that she's at the top. Using skill knocks me all the way out of the cycle, right? I go down beneath the 29th cycle. But if I use my basic attack, while I don't get to go before Aglaea again, I do get to go before Robin, which would then allow me to bring up Garment Maker or Aglaea to reset the position. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here, is use my basic attack so that we can pretty much reset it. I'm going to go for the Trotter kill. There we go. Boom. Awesome. And then now Aglaea might be able to take this thing out. Now, I feel like if I target Trotter, it's definitely a KO. If we target the Trotter, it's definitely a KO. But if we target the lady, there's a potential that we can kill too, right? We have all of our boost. Boop, boop. I don't know why I said it that way. Boost. Damn, we got 8,800 attack, bro. I didn't even realize that. We're also running on 77 crit rate. This is not okay. We got to bank on crits, bro. But let's go for it. Is this a KO? Ooh, it is a KO, which means we are gonna get our ultimate, right? We reset Aglaea's action value counter. Her speed is still maxed out. We're at the top of the cycle again. So now we are chilling. We're guaranteed to get our ultimate again, especially with Ho-Oh in mind. But we have, oh yeah, this is free. We're gonna bring baby girl up. Boom, just like that. She's gonna be able to target the ones in the middle because I want to take out the Trotters as fast as possible. And I'm not gonna let him get his turn again. No, she didn't get it, bro. She's like, I swear to you, and I guarantee you, if I were to look, she's 1 energy off. I know she's 1 energy off. I gotta save Robin. We have to save Robin, bro. Please kill baby girl. We're gonna hold on to this. Look at the action value again. We're gonna be able to get another turn here. All right, so we're gonna do this. I know this thing is gonna get KO'd, and then I'm gonna pop the ult. The reason I'm popping the ult is because we have 5 and then 7. So there's no way I was gonna be able to get Garment Maker to appear right before that happened. But what I get to do now is reset it. I also get to use Ho-Oh's ult, which is probably gonna give me Bronya's ultimate. Ooh, close, but we did get Robin's ult, which is huge. That's huge for us because we might be able to still get this 1 cycle. We have not done enough damage to my boy, but we actually might be able to get this 1 cycle. We're gonna save Robin's ultimate here. That way we can just use it towards the end of what's going on. We do get to use Bronya's ultimate, and I feel like we should be okay, right? Granted, problem. Now that I look at this, it might be a problem. The problem is if we don't take him out, he's actually going to summon the hands. And I was trying to let this happen before hands got put on the field, but you know what? I think we need to AV now. We need to AV now because in the event he does hands and takes Aglaea or Garment, which I don't believe he can actually take Garment, so it is what it is, but we should be okay. We're just gonna knock him out. We're gonna go ahead and stun Sverog so that he can't control the hand, and then we're gonna be able to pull her up once more. Unfortunately, we're not gonna get the ultimate right here, which does suck, but we do get to paralyze everybody going through from this point forward. Garment Maker is gonna go again right before, and then Aglaea is gonna go again right before. So no more hands, which is super cool. Totally awesome. Garment Maker goes again. Bro, if we just had that ult right there, we would have been clean, but we do get the ult again. We actually got 2 ults, right? We got 2 ultimates using this particular, I don't really know what to call it, a rotation or a sequence. I think an attack sequence feels a lot better to call it. We were able to get a full-on another ultimate because of the attack sequence, and this is actually going to be, that's it. So I did not get my 1 cycle here. I did get a 2 cycle, which actually this performed better than what I was doing before. When I was doing my test runs before, I was running ERR rope, and like I told you guys, I wasn't getting enough to be able to get it before. But with that being able to get the 2 cycle there instead of the 3 or the 4 cycle, I feel like I'm satisfied with that, right? You could probably optimize this in a way. This is still me doing a number of tests and early rotations, or I'm still thinking Zenless brain right now, but early tests, right? Early things and whatnot. And that's kind of it. The only other thing that I kind of wanted to test, which I did test it, but I talked about it in the previous video, I really don't like Ting Yun. I love Ting Yun as a character, don't get me wrong, but I don't like Ting Yun here, right? Using Ting Yun, and even if you didn't have Bronya, and let's say that you did have Sunday, using Ting Yun and Sunday, it just feels like a waste. You wouldn't use it. Using Ting Yun and Robin feels like a waste. Using Ting Yun and Bronya feels like a waste. It's really just Ting Yun, right? Ting Yun is just not the play right now to be able to get away with that. But I do feel like in the scheme of it all, if I were going to be able to tell you guys like the key pieces of Aglaea's team that I feel like are, I don't want to say mandatory, but it feels like a necessity, which I guess is just another way to say mandatory. I'm trying to stress how important and why these things are as important as they are. Ho-Oh is super important because heals, cleanse, the energy regeneration rate, and the fact that she can run a multitude of different builds to be able to help you out. You can run Messenger, which is going to increase your speed by 12% every time she uses her ult. You can run the outgoing healing set. So if you are a little bit more SP negative on your team, the outgoing healing set can start you off with 4 SP points instead of 3 SP points. You could also run a multitude of different planar ornaments, things like that. You could run RMC, which I prefer RMC and Sunday over like Sunday and Robin. RMC just really fits, but you saw that like Bronya was performing very well, right? The double advanced 4. I feel like that works out too. So it is what it is, man. You guys can kind of pick and choose what it is that you want to do, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. After this, I'm pretty much going to wrap up how I feel on Aglaea. We're going to talk about that. I'll compile it into a video and kind of give you guys a breakdown or review of what I think of the character and where I feel like this character is going forward on top of the Herta. But for now, I'm gonna leave y'all to it. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like, comment down below, all that fun stuff. If there is something else you want to see, I still have a little bit more time with the CE server before you guys get a hold of Aglaea on your own, and I might be able to show you something. So if there's something that you want to see, by all means, let me know. I did test May. I want to point that out before we leave. I did test Raw on May. May's not bad. You could probably get some zeros with like no sustain team. It's very similar to Herta, right? Where like you have Lingsha. There's honestly it's a minuscule point for you to not run the sustain. The sustain is so good in this comp that you kind of just want it, right? You saw me get the 0 with Ho-Oh. You kind of just want her because of what she provides. Same thing with Herta. You kind of just want Lingsha because of what she provides, especially if you're playing her with Jade. So it's one of those things where like, if you have E1 May, which I haven't tested yet, I'm going to test it later. E1 May and Aglaea, nice. E1 Aglaea by herself, nice. Actually, you know what? That might be the next video. I'm going to test E1 Aglaea without her light phone. That's what I'll do. Smell you later.